At WVUSports.com, I'm Kyle Wiggs. The Mountaineers defeat Marshall by a final of 10-2. Head coach Randy Mazey is with us, and coach, 7 wins in a row. This team's playing well and playing with confidence. Just talk about the performance tonight.
Yeah, you know, our guys took it a little personal what happened to us down in Charleston against Marshall last time, and I mean, they're college kids and they're playing an in-state rival, so your pride kicks in, and and you don't want to get embarrassed 2 times in a row. So that, Marshall was talking a little bit of stuff on the social media, and our guys caught wind of it. So that, again, I didn't have to motivate the guys to play tonight. They came out to play.
Another big offensive night with 10-plus base hits, and again, all the way up and down the lineup. And if you can get your catcher going, Falaro, like he did tonight, then you really have something. Talk about the 2 home runs he hit.
Yeah, we made an adjustment in a swing a couple weeks ago, and something that he's never even heard of before. And we were talking about it the other day. He said, "Coach, I've never been coached that way," but it's working for him, and he's standing in there with a lot of confidence right now, and that just really helps our offense to add one more guy to the mix of guys that can carry you through a game, because it's been McBroom at times and Frazier at times and Rice at times, and now Falaro can jump in there and carry us on any given night as well. So that's a good feeling.
And those 2 table setters at the top, Bobby Boyd and Brady Wilson, they combined for 6 base hits. They scored some runs. They drove in some runs. So, again, production at the top of the lineup.
Yeah, if you play against us, you got to go into the game saying keep Boyd and Wilson off base, and you have a way better chance to win, because they can run and make some things happen, and those are extra RBIs for the guys in the middle of the lineup when they're on base. So those guys did a good job getting on base tonight, and the guys behind them drove them in.
What about the pitching? Your plan was to use a lot of arms. You did, and they were all very effective.
Yeah, they were, and like we said, when you get good starting pitching over the course of time, then you don't get to see the guys in the bullpen all that much. So this was a good game for us to get a lot of guys. I think we threw 5 different guys, so that keeps them fresh going into the weekend. Don't get me wrong, I love complete games, but you got to try and keep those guys touching the ball as much as you can, and that was good for us tonight.
This was a nice stretch. I mean, you're home all the way through the holiday weekend, and you win those games against New Orleans. You won a road game last week. You win tonight. So, again, a nice stretch playing at home, and you're winning all of the games. Just talk about that, what it meant for this team to be home for a week and to roll up some victories.
Well, it just gives us confidence. Every time, no matter who you play, every time you win a game, you leave the field with more confidence than you had going into it. So this is a huge stretch for us coming up, going down to Baylor. Our guys have never been to Texas, a lot of them, so Baylor's got a beautiful facility, and our guys are going to walk in there a little bit in awe. And as long as we get that out of our system before the weekend starts, and our pitchers attack their hitters just like the way we did tonight, and we haven't been walking a lot of guys, and when we do that, we have a chance to win every game. So as long as we're not scared of contact and get intimidated by the Big 12 atmosphere, then I like our chances.
All right, we'll talk about that Baylor series a little bit later on this week as it approaches. Congratulations on this win tonight.
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Mountaineer baseball coach Randy Mazey. 10-2 the final score, West Virginia over Marshall for WVU's 7th straight win. At WVUSports.com, I'm Kyle Wiggs.